late game PA is able to do. So
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Even if they really want to be just sitting back and farming, I think they need to prioritize at least taking tier 1 towers before then and forcing responses to come out from Talon.
And we saw Yangon Galacticos do exactly the same thing. They had a pretty farm-intensive stack, which was up against Boom Esports, and we were struggling to try and fathom how they were going to be able to come out of it. Who was it that... it wasn't... I'm thinking of that Night Stalker game. I know it wasn't Yangon Galacticos. I think it was the...
Was it
was
Masteros
Team
playing
S.
it?
Yeah, it was Mazaros. That's it. I was not. I was not a fan of the
Of the
Midas and
Midas
Janyasha.
SNY? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Like, I wasn't exactly either. I think it's okay to go Midas. Oh, actually, no. If you're up against a... I mean, if you're up against an Enchantress or a, Beastmaster
Yeah,
or a
Beastmaster.
Lycan,
Then yeah.
just buy Shard, though. Like, that's
Oh,
just as
exactly.
good. So, and probably better, honestly, to be able to just keep you energized and able to farm. You never really run out of mana across the map. You can stay out. You stop the pushes from coming through. I mean, the Sanjin Yasha's okay, but you're a Night Stalker. You could probably just get an early Armlet and BKB, a Blink Dagger, Nullifier. That's what I'd be building on him.
Exactly. Exactly. And then you become a menace.
That's the reason you pick Night Stalker is to ruin the backline. That's it. So anything that's going to enable you to do that, and hint, hint, Midas is not it.
So it's WS's job to keep on jumping on either Invoker or the Lich, which is his Lich. Yeah.
100%. Like, Lich stops everything that you're trying to do with your TA and your sniper, right? Like, that's the one that's stopping the physical damage from coming through. That's the one that's giving the Chain Frost out, that's going to provide a little bit more of this damage, because they are kind of lacking in damage on Yangon's side early on into the piece. Clockwork, it's alright, but it's sustained damage as opposed to like that burst that you're needing. Chain Frost provides that. PA's not going to be getting involved for a little bit of time, so it puts a lot of emphasis onto Marcy to kind of do everything if you just take the Lich out of the equation.
I am going to be quite sad if they do actually nerf the Lich. I feel like he's in a pretty good place. I feel like it's great for everyone that's a support player right now because he feels great, he feels strong, he feels in a good place. And if they nerf him, then...
I think Frost Shield could be nerfed a little. Like, maybe
10%
across all levels. Yeah. Like, 50% with 4 points in it is still pretty good.
Yeah, no, that's touche, actually. That could be a viable option. Because I remember every time like I'm against a Lich and you're trying to fight into it or with Frost Shield, it was level 1 and already 45%. Actually, yeah, that's a good point. Thinking about it now, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I can't do any damage against this hero. Because you've already got like damage reduction, haven't you, against a hero? I think it's around about what? You've got 20... I'm just looking at Night Stalker, for example. If Night Stalker's got himself 5 armor, then he's got... what is his fit? 25%? Yeah, 25% resist.
Just from being a hero.
So Sniper versus Invoker lane. I think this will be...
I don't think Young PH will die, but Mikoto will do fine. He'll get his farm, he'll bully him out of the lane, he'll prevent a lot of the farm that he's been trying to get. He is still going... I guess it makes a lot more sense against a Sniper versus a TA, right? He's going for the Cold Snap, so we might see Quas Exort potentially. Like, I'm still seeing a lot of potential for Sinister Gaze into Sunstrike, Cogs into Sunstrike, Rebound into Sunstrike, so that is going to provide a lot of utility for him if he is able to go down that route.
That's a lot of Sunstrikes.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to lose the lane, that's a big way to be able to recover your game as well.
Oh my gosh, and look at the harass already. The Zorain is pressuring on this Night Stalker WS. Thankfully, he has some tangos and a wand, but still. This early on, they're still applying that pressure.
Doesn't feel great.
Just thinking how Marcy and Clockwork work together as well. I guess put the cogs down and then Sun Wukong can jump in with Rebound.
Toss him back into the cogs as well.
Yeah, that's another possibility too, actually. Yeah.
Force the bounce. Feels quite nice, but Phoenix feels amazing against these two heroes. Just bully constantly, get the fire spirits on them. They're going to be clumped up a fair amount of time, so not ideal to have to face up against that.
Yeah, I feel like as long as Cuckoo is able to place the fire spirits onto Sun Wukong, anytime they go in for an attack on Natsumi, then there's no way that this TA dies.
Skille as well, though, right? Like, his damage isn't dependent on right clicks. You know, yeah, you still deal a decent amount, 60 damage at level 1, but it's really just about the battery assault and staying relatively close by. So it's just going to be about Cuckoo's positioning for this top lane for mid. Business as usual for sniper lanes. He's already got a 200 net worth advantage. He's got not necessarily a big XP advantage, but a bunch of denies coming through. 9 and 2 versus the 12 and 7 I think I saw from Makoto. So yep,
Oof.
pretty much as expected. The only lane where it is different is Lina, and Lina just breaks even. You don't stop Sniper from doing what they want to do. I'm a little surprised we haven't seen as much Lina in these qualifiers. Like, it hasn't been banned out, and it is an incredibly strong hero, both in the lane, making those early rotations, and quick burst.
We just missed a first blood, actually, on the top lane, going for the Phoenix. Looks like it could have potentially been the battery salt that affected the Icarus dive.
Yep.
Possibly stopping Phoenix from actually escaping that.
I think it was a rebound into a battery assault with the cogs down, meant that if he even Icarus dived, it would be into the cogs again, and then he just kept the battery assault stun going. So just a little bit of mispositioning there from Cuckoo.
Oh, and a jump onto Lion. Jokum. And slowed down there. Blood Grenade is going to be committed. Daggers there. Few more physical attacks because of that one charge. They won't get it. Jokum will survive, as meanwhile, Zorain, he's getting harassed here by WS. He doesn't have himself any more one charges. He is going to survive too. Both the supports on this bottom lane fighting to the death. Jokum does have himself a healing self. It's cancelled by the Frost Blast. And KSH jumping for the line again. There's the Earth Spike. Slowed down, though, by the Hex and the Void. He's now going to turn his attention onto the Lich, who has no mana nor HP. He's going to get his Void in one more second, but does he need it? No, he does not. He's going to attack him and stop him from denying himself to this small camp.
It's a kill that you're not really wanting to give up. But again, I don't think KSH actually missed all that many creeps. Hold on.
They're going for Makoto.
He is so deep.
He's caught them in the cogs, and Sun Wukong also rotating in there as well. Get themselves a very nice kill. He was just trying to position around the river there, but was not expecting Skille to come out of the trees and cog him within straight away, and then that just set up for a perfect EMP for young PH.
That's why Dota's a team game, right? Like, people would say, I win every lane I want. You know, it's like, well, okay, you pick a sniper. This is kind of what happens.
Have you seen where they are? Look at mid. They're hiding behind the trees. They're waiting for him again. They're waiting to pounce. Oh, okay. Wait, no, they're still there. Does Makoto see him? Let me have a look.
He does now.
Oh yeah, no, he definitely does now. Rotations are coming in. They're going to try and get the sniper again, and it looks like they will do indeed. There we go. The Earth Spike will not help. They're going to go for more. Tornado is there. They might be able to get the kill onto Lion here as well. Clock getting lower and lower. There he goes. There he falls. And the Fire Spirit's doing so much damage there. Is actually going to be able to kill the Invoker there too. So they will be punished for taking out Sniper there a second time. He does not have a TP to get back to this tower, but they will find 2 kills nonetheless with those rotations. But it does free up the side lanes.
Frees up the side lanes means that, of course, Sniper needs to make that walk of shame. I kind of want to see Cuckoo stick around in this mid lane for now. Just soak up a little bit of that experience, prevent the power rune going the way of Invoker. Unluckily for him, it's going to be spawning bottom. But, I mean, you've now got a level 5 Phoenix at 6 minutes.
Wukong? Oh, my gosh. Very close to death there. Tried to go for the Lotus Pond. And the one more physical attack remained there, but thankfully, the phase boots had enough to survive with the armor, even through that meld.
I mean, nearly getting a solo kill when your Phoenix has just rotated and got a bunch of levels for himself. That would be a huge win coming through for Natsumi. happen though. With how long he's been left solo, Cuckoo figures, yeah, gonna go back to babysitting duty.
That was a nice meld with the side blades. I feel like they could definitely go for something if Clock leaves Sun Wukong on his own on the Marcy.
I'm a little surprised that they haven't. I mean, it's approaching 7 minutes, right? So you can expect that the Clockwork is going to be back trying to gather that Wisdom Rune. And again, level 5 Phoenix. That is a lot of damage coming through from the Fire Spirits.
I mean, we saw just that, and it was only level 2 on the mid lane, and was still able to deal quite a bit of damage there to young PH and the Clockwork. Skill lay taking the damage.
Poor Zorain just has nothing. The life of a Lich, needing to spend everything on mangoes. Well, they actually found the PA here. He's kind of in two minds on the Lich. Wants to keep this creep wave out of the tower range, making sure that KSH is able to get it, but doesn't want to enable his carry to just get harassed next to that small camp.
Just having a look at Invoker too, and he is a whole level ahead of this sniper with what they did to him when he came back for a second TP. So I guess it worked out a little bit.
Absolutely worked out. I mean, yeah, they get the return kill, but it was just more important to keep Sniper out of the lane, stop him from farming, stop some of that item progression from coming through, because again, he's going to be wanting to... wonder if when he's actually going to go into that concussive grenade. I think it's got to give amazing value early on when you consider you've got both a PA and a Marcy that are going to be trying to jump right on top of you. As a rotation from young PH.
Oh yeah, WS. Lower and lower. And that should be a kill. Oh, thank God it wasn't an uphill miss there for young PH. Or else, if that was me, I would have been pulling my hair out. that does tend to happen, the luck. The luck of dirt. Yeah.
Just having a look at Marcy's item build as well, going for double Wraith bands. Again, makes a lot of sense this game. A lot of the time you aren't necessarily going to rush into this, but again, they're very physical damage oriented, and those are the heroes that you're really worried about when you're going to be the one jumping in early on, while PA still trying to pick up a bunch of that farm. So I'm liking this item build from Sun Wukong, get a bunch of value from those, go straight into the BKB afterwards so you don't have to worry about the supports.
Yeah, no, it looks very cool. Maybe perhaps we'll see a Skull Basher next. I think I would like that with the BKB, but actually skipping the Armlet, which he originally built in the first series against Boom Esports when he was with IO.
I'm just going to be interested to see how Sun Wukong plays with the Bodyguard facet as well.
Oh, Zorain's dead. He's not
already
escaping
so
that
poor.
one. Yeah, Shrapnel placed down, met with an Earth Spike there too. Was not escaping that. Was a Void placed upon him. The thing capped at 100 movement speed.
See, I wonder how Sun Wukong's going to be able to use this Bodyguard facet to be able to play together with the team. I kind of feel like the one that he's going to be using it on the most is probably the Lich, to be honest, and then just look to try and counter-initiate the Night Stalker whenever he initiates onto the backline. You know, provide a bunch of additional armor to your teammate. Night Stalker is really the only hero that needs to get right up in melee range as well to be able to do a lot of his damage, so that's where you're going to get that counter hit.
Oh, Dark Ascension. Oh, but the Supernova coming out. That kind of doesn't work out a little bit there for WS.
That's what I was talking about in the draft. Yeah, like it just ruins you. There's not too much that you can do about it. But again, his job isn't necessarily to be doing damage. It's just zoning them away. And what better time to zone than when you've got this siege creep? Plus, of course, Makoto just pinging away.
I don't know if Ice needs to look at that a little bit. Just notice that the Dark Ascension allows him to get unobstructed pathing. So when the daytime came in, he didn't have Hunter in the night, but he still had unobstructed pathing. So his wings weren't flapping, but he was still flying.
Was he like gliding around? I didn't see.
Yeah, he was gliding around. It looked a bit weird.
Much rather this item build, though, that we see from WS straight into the armlet, right? Something that's going to enable him to get active early. Something that's going to enable Natsumi, who's getting pushed towards his blink dagger. I think he's actually finished it.
That was a bit of a blunder there, wanting to go for Jokum. They missed both the rebound and the hook shot. So now Zorain is going to be harassed. I mean, they do find the Phoenix eventually, but on the other hand, Lich is actually okay, surprisingly. I thought Lich could have died there with the hands of the physical damage from Mikoto, but clearly not.
Clearly not, but they'll know that there's no Unleash available, and I think that's the bigger issue, right? Like, they don't exactly have a lot of playmaking potential without this. Maybe once you get into the Witchblade for young PH, as he's got eyes on Makoto.
Yeah, they're going for him now. Oh, and that is a lot of rotations, as Skill A is going to be decimated here by the rest of Talon, and young PH is trying to flee. He's pursued here by Natsumi. The Chain Frost coming out now. That is a lovely Chain Frost. That's going to slow the rest of them down. Lich is going to sacrifice his life in order for young PH to get away, but that's much better than losing a mid lane compared to 2 supports, so...
And just look at what space it gives for Sung Wukong as well as KSH, right? Like you mentioned, the Rainbow TP is coming towards that mid lane to protect Makoto. They don't get the kill for him, but I think you're relatively happy if it's just going to give some space for the PA to get some farm. And he's not arrogant about it as well. He's not going to just stay in front of the tower and farm. He farmed a creep camp. He went up top. He's playing now together with his Marcy, just in case there's going to be any aggression coming in onto him.
I'm just thinking that Makoto, during the early stages of the game, is like, guys, I've been dove around about 2 or 3 times now. Next time I scream help, you're meant to come to TP everyone to my lane.
And they did. To their credit, they did. I mean, this is just what you come to expect from this sniper matchup, right? The Invoker was...
Oh my gosh. Marcy was just deleted there. Earthspite Finger, Meld, through pretty much all of their nuke damage there. WS is looking for what they want to go for the Lich, and there we go. There's a double kill for WS.
Are they going to be able to yoink this away as well?
Surely not. Oh, maybe. No. But they'll get themselves another kill. 3 kills with just 1 usage there of that Dark Ascension. Pretty big.
I'm liking how aggressive they're getting as well. If they just stick around for a little bit too long, Talon are going to punish them. Even though, you know, no stuns, no much of anything outside of the Lion, they just don't have that. They've got the burst potential, but no real initiation potential.
I think young Yangon Galacticos are looking for a kill bottom. Young PH moving his way down with Ghost Walk. But Talon feeling a presence. They actually moved themselves away from the bottom lane, so some time wasted there for Invoker. Just going to move himself back to mid.
Yeah, I really feel like Yangon needed to get a lot more out of their laning stage than they did. They were never going to out of the mid lane, but Marcy Clockwork, again, it was justification for potentially switching this Lich into another one of the lanes, having the Clockwork go into the enemy Night Stalker. I feel like that would have gone a little better. And same sort of thing with this PA, right? Like, the Monkey King was open. People are banning Monkey King second phase, and it slipped all the way to the very last pick of the draft, and it just went something that has meant that Night Stalker is level with you in terms of your farm, which is not really where you want to be.
So they've got themselves Dark Ascension in 20 seconds. This bottom tower, even with the Frost Shield, is slowly dying here from the hands of this Catapult. Looks like they will get this bottom tower. Oh. We'll force out a Glyph, though. They'll still get it. Catapult's still alive, surely.
They will, and I mean, that's not going to get refreshed either. So I'm just wondering, like, when are you actually going to be looking to make a play around Natsumi? I would have to imagine it's pretty soon, because he's got Blink Dagger, he's got Dragonlance, he's got a Desolator now coming out to him on the Courier as well, just 16 minutes into the game, so they should be able to just easily take Tier 1 top if they wanted to. They should be able to push into maybe Tier 2 top as well, considering they don't have that Glyph available. And it's going to open up possibilities for Tormentor. It's going to open up possibilities for stealing away the Wisdom Rune. It's going to open up possibilities for taking giant stacks that KSH is trying to farm inside of his own ancient area. Maybe they just want to wait for an Aghanim Shard for TA before they go for that, but doesn't seem like it. Good positioning by Skille, though.
Oh, hook shot.
Yeah, it's a defensive one just to get his life out there, but he broke the smoke while PA was taking some of this farm. Cuckoo just wants to farm, why not?
I think he was stuck on the little cliff there. I don't know if that was from the cogs.
Yep. And here we go. This is what I was talking about. Natsumi could just come and take this farm now, and what can you do about it? The lanes didn't go well enough. You took the tier 1 top, you've got Desolator, you are about 1 creep away from having Aghanim Shard flying out to you on the courier as well. So even if Nightstalker doesn't like get that perfect initiation onto the Lich, you've still got the silence now from the Ag Shard.
3k gold ahead too, looking pretty scary.
Mm-hmm.
WS going for a BKB, halfway there. That'll help especially against young PH, and I've got to say, especially for a Crosswex Invoker, has not been able to deliver all than killing Mikoto during the early stages of the game.
That wasn't him doing it, right? That was the whole team doing it.
Yeah.
That's the difference there. So this is why I was saying I wouldn't hate seeing Exort, because really, what's Mataburn going to do to a sniper? Not that much in lane.
They will get the Phoenix though, which definitely. There we go. Teamwork makes the dream work. 3 players versus 1. Easy kill there on the Phoenix.
Look how fearless Natsumi is being. Like, he is just taking stacks, pushing in a lane on his own, level 16 already. The closest person is, I mean, Makoto is 13, but 12 on KSH. 4 level difference, 18 minutes in is huge. And now you've got a blink on Lion as well.
I think they're going for Natsumi. I think they finally want to try and take down this Templar. So, I mean, Ghost Walk on young PH. Skill 8 is got an Invis rune.
But again, what do you do when that Cold Snap isn't going to be that effective against the Refraction? Are they just waiting for it to wear off?
The Invis rune expired. He didn't realize. Skill 8 is gonna die. Nope, survives. That was questionable. Because now young PH is possibly dead here too. Being met with an Earth Spike. In comes the Icarus Dive. This is definitely a dead Invoker. That was quite a misplay there from Yangon Galacticos.
It's a dead Invoker. It's a dead tier 2 tower with no glyph. It's Ancients being stolen. It's probably Tormentor. It's probably Wisdom Rune as well. And then they're just going to go top and get the Roshan as well. Like,
got to make sure you watch out for the duration of your Invis rune.
Duration of the Invis rune, and again, like, where was the actual damage to kill this TA?
Yeah.
They had 2 people there. You have a Clockwork, like, she's just going to blink away. They were just waiting, I think, for the refraction to wear off so that that blink wasn't immediately available. I think they might just be going for Roche at that 20-minute mark instead. Why not? Let's do it the safe way. Nice little pathing as well. Not wanting to go past the Watcher. Natsumi just taking the long way around.
Will most likely be able to get a free Roshan here. Wait, WS?
Pretty deep.
Oh, I think they wanted to go for him, and he just decided to retreat. So, avoiding a 5-man gank.
But Spidey Senses coming through. Again, I really feel like WS is the best offlaner within the C region.
Oh, found Jokum. Young PH.
No Blink Dagger.
Gotta go for the Lion. He may die here. I mean, at least they'll get the Lion. Do they want to try and attempt to go for more? Tornado comes out. It won't catch anyone.
That's me. Stop doing Roshan. He's going to wait until someone walks on top of him with this meld.
Oh no. Oh, poor Marcy. BKB activated so close to death, but Natsumi actually blinked away there. Sun Wukong is actually going to move forward and try and find something here, even on 300 HP. The Supernova comes out. The rest of Yangon Galacticos are going to move away. Sniper's been able to find Sun Wukong there, but in return, they're actually able to take out WS. But now a Sun Ray coming out, the hook shot there onto Sniper. Mikoto, he's in trouble as KSH jumping forward there with a blink strike, and look at that, they're able to take out the Sniper. That is 3 down now, only 2 remaining, but Natsumi, level 17. Big, scary Kraken Beast coming forward. Double kill for him. Has not lost a single thread of HP. Able to just pressure more and not even taking the Roshan, just going forward, even with losing 3 heroes here.
He wants to try and get that one more, see if he can pick off KSH when he might assume that they're doing Roshan, but not going to take the bait, going to do the smart thing. Just venture down towards the bottom side of the map where they can't gank him at this stage, and they ping out the fact that he's TP'd as well. So this should be a pretty easy Roshan for them to secure now. Natsumi even blinked mid-fight to be able to dodge the Deafening Blast and then kill young PH. He did so well that fight. Just wasted some of those big cooldowns, right? Unleash and BKB used, didn't really get too much of anything. I think Mikoto was just slightly out of position there. He now, I believe, has the concussive grenade as well, so he's going to be able to provide himself a little bit of that additional security, repositioning himself out of the cogs, also has the force stuff. So anyone that doesn't have a BKB, I guess both the PA and the Marcy have it, so it's still very killable on the sniper, but concussive grenade, just that repositioning is going to allow him to maybe get a bit closer towards where TA is playing, because Natsumi is huge.
He is pretty huge. And going for a MKB here over a Silver Edge?
Sure. I mean, it's just more consistent damage, right? Across the board. You could still deal damage through the Frost Shield as well. A little bit of that magic damage coming through, so that can help. Although I have to say they've done a pretty amazing job so far at just reducing Zorane's effectiveness entirely. Even against this very physical damage-oriented lineup, feels like that Frost Shield hasn't played too much of a factor at all.
Oh, hook shot onto Mikoto. Actually able to force staff out of the cogs. Where's the follow-up damage? As WS coming in, wants to try and take down the Lich. Lich has been silenced up, can't even use this Chain Frost because the damage is too much here from WS. So it's a 2 for 2 currently at the moment. They were able to take down Mikoto. Sun Wukong now with the Unleash is going to get decimated here by the hands of that meld damage from Natsumi and the physical damage from WS, and that is going to be a 4 for 2. Not something that Yangon Galacticos were expecting there, and they will feel pressured by this.
Absolutely. I mean, there's just only so much that you could do against all of this damage coming through. Cuckoo even popping the Supernova just to assist with pushing this wave in. Why not? Wants to get his HP back, wants to keep the pressure up, wants to try and bait out a glyph from the tower, but they will not be doing it. I wonder if WS was just complaining about it not being nighttime anymore, so wasn't able to kill the creep wave just as fast.
And just another thing to highlight too, WS still has himself a BKB during that fight. He didn't even use it, didn't feel pressured to do so. So still a 9-second BKB, which just really highlights how strong Talon are right now.
Yeah, I really don't know if I rate this 4-stuff item decision that Zorain went for first. Like, not only is it something that kind of feels a little for yourself, it's not going to provide you the protection that you need against the crippling fear. Like, Nightstalker's fast enough that he's just going to be able to catch you and keep you inside that crippling fear. It's much more important just to keep yourself safe, or even, you know, the Invoker when he gets jumped onto, or toss it onto PA, maybe assume that KSH with his pretty reasonable farm is going to be able to kill them when they try and kill you.
Uh-oh. Zorain very close to Natsumi there, being scouted out, and there's the meld damage, and it only takes 2 hits, and goodbye Lich. Now going for the Phantom Assassin here too, will be able to blink strike away on top of young PH, but Natsumi wants to go for more here, found young PH. The meld actually misses there because of the detection. They've got detection now though, the Earth Spike's going to miss, but young PH is going to reveal himself there with that EMP. He's been hexed up, and this is going to be a kill. Most definitely on the Invoker. That Tornado will not save him. There we go, 2 down on Yangon Galacticos. They are really heating up the pressure right now as WS activating Here's Dark Ascension trying to kill some Wukong here through the BKB. TP will not be able to do so.
Middle tower has fallen.
What's KSH doing though? He's going for a Manta style on PA.
Okay, maybe he just wants to not pop the BKB when he gets silenced by the Templar Assassin trap and reduce some of that attack speed slow that the Fire Spirits have.
Well, they have vision of Phoenix and Sniper. They could look to go for something here. They smoke up as 4.
He got a haste rune though, so Makoto's gonna be fine.
Let's see.
Cuckoo's not a bad target to go on.
Yep, they see Natsumi. Do they want to go for the TA on her own? Yeah, they're going to come forward.
With Aegis.
Yeah, it does have Aegis. The rest of the team is here. Okay, they take down TA, but the rest of Talon is fast approaching. Here we go. They're trying to take out TA now. They do so indeed with quick succession. That is what they needed, but a finger from Jokum destroys Sun Wukong there. But they get themselves a very, very big pickoff. BKB has been utilized, though, on KSH, so he cannot jump in anymore. He has to get himself back. They cannot commit to another fight.
I wonder if that's going to be the straw that broke the camel's back, because they actually jumped
Oh my
in.
god, they're still going to! They're still going to. The EMP coming out there. Can they take down the Supernova? They're taking down Jokum and Cuckoo. Oh my gosh, I was wrong! PA still able to live through it all. They find themselves 3 at this moment in time. Only 2 remaining. Tornado comes out. It will not affect Night Stalker because of that BKB, but now PA jumping forward. Look at this, so low HP. What a monster coming forward. The Deafening Blast there is going to find the Night Stalker, and they're going to get Sniper too. They get a double team wipe on Yangon Galacticos. I was not expecting that whatsoever. With that BKB expended.
Yep. No, overestimating their power. Like, this is something that if you get a lot of these defensive tools onto the front line, if you're able to live through that first little bit, you know, the Solar Crest came in handy there. The Bodyguard came in handy just for the additional armor, for the additional lifesteal that it was able to provide. It was really, really good stuff. And even towards the end there, young PH popping the Alacrity onto himself. He was the only one hitting into that Supernova egg. And, yep, was able to pop it solo, despite the fact that Cuckoo is actually ahead of him in levels by nearly 2 levels.
Yeah, that is a little bit nuts. When you have a look at it like that. But they are going to get themselves the Tormentor. So
Great
Cuckoo
shot.
got himself a lovely Sunray when utilizing the Supernova, which is really going to maybe perhaps pay off. Skull Basher now for Marcy too. That's another big item. Really help in the upcoming team fights.
I feel like in the C region, people don't abuse behavior enough, if that makes sense. Like, Natsumi all game has been farming so aggressively, and that's the first time that he's been punished. And I feel like this is something that's pretty common across many different heroes. Like, how many times did we see Jackie, like, completely on the enemy side of the map alone, just getting a lot of farm for free? So it's not about, like, if you're a support, what would I be doing? It's what do these crazy carries think that they should be doing?
Not being alone. That's what we've learned.
Mm-hmm.
I still find it funny. I do find it funny how Jackie went all the way up to the middle set of racks on his own.
Against Yangon as well.
They don't have any detection on anyone at the moment. Oh, they do see the PA. Oh, that's 3 groups up there. They're going to go for the Invoker. However, hook shot counter initiation. They do find the Lion straight away. WS is getting lower and lower, but he's trying to find Zarain. Zarain will fall. A support for a support as PA coming forward. They find themselves the TA. TA is dead, but Sun Wukong getting lower and lower here too. Mikoto going to be finding the kill as WS coming back here with the Dark Ascension, finding the Invoker there. It's going to be a 3 for 1, possibly 4 for 2, sorry. A Skill Lay trying to escape, but KSH, he wants to come back in. The Assassinate there, along with the
the Ghost Scepter.
Void, able to dodge that Assassinate there with the Manta style. Has to be careful though, because WS wants a kill. The PA jumping forward onto Mikoto. Mikoto's able to survive along with taking down Skill Lay there too. Now a team wipe for the hands of Talon. They take down all of Yangon Galacticos.
Just getting a little antsy. It was a really nice play from the Lich there in that fight. Ends up being able to both Psychic Headband the Night Stalker away, plus Force-Staff himself up to the high ground, gets the Frost Shield onto the Invoker, enabling him to live that little bit longer, and even drops the Chain Frost and the Ice Spire, but once that's done, the only one being hit by it was a BKB Night Stalker, so it didn't actually end up doing all that much, and even the Supernova once again forcing WS back and, you know, realizing that it's not going to give him that additional attack speed and all that extra damage. It's not enough to be able to win them the team fight, and they underestimated the power of this concussive grenade. When you don't have a dispel, whether it be BKB or the Manta style, it's disarming you for 3 seconds. Like, that is really significant against a PA that thought that he might be able to get that quick kill onto Mikoto at the end. Oh, and there's an amp damager in as well.
Would you have liked a Desolator on KSH for the PA instead of a Skullbasher? Oh, Invoker may be dead. Invoker definitely dead.
Invoker definitely dead. Maybe I would rather, honestly, a Nullifier on him versus a Satanic, just because it's going to be effective against the Ghost Scepter on the Phoenix, the Force-Staff on the Phoenix, the Solar Crest on the Phoenix, the Force-Staff on Sniper, Force-Staff on Lion. Like, lots of stuff that you're going to be able to prevent with something like that, just to blow up one of these targets, or at the very least, force an earlier egg than Cuckoo might be wanting, because like we've seen in a bunch of team fights, that is not something that WS is happy about. He doesn't like his Dark Ascension being ruined.
Speaking of WS, there's all rain there. Oh, counter initiation there with a hook shot. Not able to get off the bugs though because of the silence, but that is going to expire. The BKB will be activated there, but they'll still get the kill as the rest of Yangon Galacticos pounce upon him.
Free gem.
Free gem indeed.
Rocket Flare's up in 1 second, and they're going to fire it towards Roshan, see that it's been hit a little bit. So they were trying to do that, and it was, again, just a little bit of weird positioning coming through from Talon. Giving up a bit of a winning position that they're in right now. Escalate. Receptor, though.
Okay. There's Jokum hanging around here, too. He's going to blink away. KSH coming in for the hunt here with the blur.
Ooh, Cuckoo.
They found themselves the Phoenix, attempting to flee. There is the Sinister Gaze, but in return, Skillay will fall on the other side, who was on his own and ganked by the hands of Talon. Now here comes the fight. The BKB there from some Wukong. He will get away there with the rebound. There's now PA jumping in.
Damage.
They want to try and find the TA. Look at that Skullbasher there, and the Sinister Gaze too, completely stun locked, and now going for the sniper here too. Mikoto trying to run himself away. Jokum with the defensive Earth Spike. Mikoto might be okay, but Jokum, it might have cost his life. Never mind, he's okay. He will head himself into the trees, and they will not further pursue, but in comes WS. His BKB on cooldown for 15, wanting to try and see if he can find something here, but he cannot.
Oh, they gave up the gem back as well. That would have been so nice to be able to secure this area around the Twin Gate, because Natsumi bought back. Your TA has bought back now, so if you win this next team fight, deny that Roshan away, you can
still want to fight.
Win condition.
The Hex is there, maybe the Finger too. PA completely decimated there. Now Talon are in game as they come forward. Want to try and find young PH. That's the Invoker gone. Assassinate, will it cancel the TP? No, it'll be the Void that cancels the TP, but nonetheless, they'll get the kill. And Jokum possibly dead here from the Chain Frost. Never mind. Natsumi able to take out that Ice Spire there. Unfortunately, did not bounce on that Spire, so... Or else I think that would have definitely been a kill there onto Jokum. But they get themselves the Aegis now and come back. That was kind of questionable to go into that fight again when especially TA had the buyback, but I suppose they wanted to do that to try and stop Talon from getting another Aegis.
I mean, TA bought back, and then they went forward without their gem. So they were just playing underneath a TA trap the entire time. That's why you got jumped on this PA. And again, the area around the Twin Gate, right where Roshan was, they had complete vision there on Talon. So I understand why Skillay went forward and enabled them to get that kill onto the Phoenix, which I don't believe was a dieback, but he still was dead for 70 seconds, which is really significant. But to continue going forward when it was like I think a 3v5 and without vision, very, very puzzling.
And Mikoto, interestingly, going for the minus 30-second shrapnel charge restore time over the headshot, not that distance.
Okay, maybe he just wants a little bit more vision. around where he's looking to try and play. You know, going up onto high ground can always be a little bit dangerous. Even just enables you to siege a little bit more easily, maybe with this Roshan's banner that they were able to claim.
I mean, it restores pretty quickly, though. 5 seconds. Wow.
Yep.
Instead of 35 seconds.
Yeah. All he needs to do is sit back and just peep at these towers.
Remember when he used to have +5 shrapnel charges?
Oh, I remember. That was a dark day.
It was a dark day.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to fess up to something? Does it give back severe PTSD?
I mean, I'm not fessing up to anything. I haven't done anything bad. It's all these sniper spammers. The ho-ho-ha-ha meta was way, way too annoying.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Okay, so with this Aegis now, Talon taking the initiative here to try and see if they can siege this high ground. Here we go, Mikoto. Nice usage there of the concussive grenade to avoid the tornado. They've got the frost shield on the tower.
They never need
Look
to
at
stop
that.
though, right? Like, yeah, frost shield on the tower, sure, but you've also got a Deso and you've got permanent shrapnel, permanent vision for that high ground. So all you need to do is protect the backline with vision, like Kuku's just done. Stay hidden inside the tree line, and then just don't get jumped on. Or if you do get jumped on, they've got blink daggers, they've got sun rays, they've got supernovas on the backline. This is just a really measured way for them to be able to make this high ground push happen. They're not even using the Roshan's banner either.
Another thing to highlight too, KSH has decided to go full swing here and try and buy parts of the Satanic, so does not have the buyback on the Phantom Assassin. Okay. Only buyback available are on Invoker and Clockwork.
Nearly finished it as well. I think he needs just another
Screenshot. Did you hear that noise?
Nope.
There it is.
Dire are
I think
scanning.
that was on my end.
Maybe.
Radiant are scanning.
Here we go though. KSH has that Satanic. Again though, like, what is the target that they want to jump on? You're going up against 2 Ghost Scepters. It almost needs to be the Night Stalker. Oh, and they do, but he just misses.
Oh. Skill 8. It's been taken out.
They're kiting him perfectly.
Now Sun Wukong. Natsumi's taking absolutely no damage here from Sun Wukong here at all. That is 2 down. Assassinate comes in. Zarain's still okay though for WS. Moving forward. Pushed away. Still 3 remaining here on Yangon Galacticos, still having the Phantom Assassin. Satanic has been finished now, but will it be enough over the buyback?
Not even going to drop the Frost Shield onto the tower. They're afraid of getting jumped on at this point. They're not even defending the bottom racks. There's just a full wave of creeps hitting it.
BKB's ready. Coming forward. Oh, doesn't activate the BKB there, but are you able to heal up here with the Satanic? Yes, you are. Jumping forward now onto the Phoenix. Phoenix dead, along with Lion 2. The Aegis, it will bring TA back alive. Will be able to blink away there with thanks to that refraction. And they're going to attempt to try and take down PA now. PA down for 95 seconds. That is not good. And they know Talon, it's their time to shine. Because they say that PA has just bought that Satanic. So I think they definitely have an understanding that there's no buyback here on the Phantom Assassin. Zorain surviving with just 100 HP. They have themselves another glyph, but I don't think they can defend this 4v5 without their PA, the main damage dealer.
It'd be crazy to try it. I mean, this Marcy needs the BKB. It's another 10 seconds until it's going to come off cooldown, and well, Lich has the buyback available, and he's going to use it just because they need to lay in these frost shields onto the towers, otherwise they're going to take them a little too easily. The other option is just jumping the backline for Kodo.
Oh, there we go. This has the hook shot there, and now coming forward with the Unleash. Is it enough to take down Mikoto? He's trying to bounce back. He's got the cover of the Supernova. That is going to help him survive, and they'll take down 3, possibly 4. Invoker trying to run into the fountain, but it looks like he'll be even killed within here. GG has been called, though. Yep, there we go. The Assassinate finishes is off by Mikoto, and Talon will get themselves game 1 out of this best of 3. I mean, they would themselves within the meta and put a gyrocopter safe lane, though. Something that we've seen become quite successful at the moment within the close qualifiers, but will it be enough to keep them in this game? Monkey King last pick 2 against the Tiny. As we mentioned, you don't want to be fighting into him. as Danog said, it's not nice on the mid lane, is it? Particularly
No.
for the Tiny.
Absolutely not. Okay, I'm gonna say Talon, and that's if bottom lane even goes fine for Natsumi, it's completely Talon's favored because one, he's a grandmaster on the Morphling. It's one of his best heroes. Two, you're against a gyrocopter, so it feels pretty amazing. Three, Morphling just kind of a busted hero right now. And I feel like the top lane, which is probably the one that you were hoping to go the best for Yangon Galacticos, with the Gyro Phoenix, very strong lane against 2 melee, they did what I keep talking about that I'm surprised more teams don't do. In Jokem, buying Boots, Tango, Observer Ward. And he's just going to be pulling lanes because there's nothing a Phoenix can do about it. He's not going to be able to slow you, he's not going to be able to stun you. He's just free to pull every single one of these lanes so that Night Stalker is going to have a pretty easy time, at least get some of that early farm and not be under the constant harass coming through from the gyrocopter.
The battle
Next
begins.
needs to be a little careful here though.
As all 3 bounty runes to Talon. WS snatches it from young PH. So I wonder if he's going to go a Blink Dagger rush here to become as active as possible. I feel like that's definitely necessary here for the Tiny. Definitely can't be farming because I don't think AM off lane is going to provide all that much in terms of team fights. Definitely against the Morphling, but team fight wise.
I'm liking a lot of these item builds that people have queued up so far already though. Makoto, he's got that, young PH is doing a great job in the mid lane to get a bunch of denies off. Has the Orb of Venom queued up already on Makoto, so doing exactly what I'm talking about, right? When young PH is trying to move forward, use the crash landing to give a lot of harass onto Makoto, he's just going to bop him a few times. This zero armor Tiny is going to get punished as much as possible. We've got a similar sort of thing coming out from Sung Wukong. He's going for the Orb of Corrosion, really just trying to reduce a lot of that mana that they're going to be able to play around with on Cuckoo, but more importantly Natsumi if he's ever in a position to get stunned up and a few right clicks into him. Even just the Orb of Corrosion against Morphling in general, right? I'm not even considering the mana break just for that reduced healing component that you normally need to wait for a Vessel or a Skadi to be able to contest.
I do like the fact though that I just realized that Cuckoo, he's got himself the learning curve, so going to try and push people out using the Ignite, so I think he's just going to use it onto Lion. Yeah, already? Wow, look at that. And the Fire Blast there too. That should be a kill onto the Lion. It is indeed. Sun Wukong holding his ground, trying to kill the Morphling right now. Doesn't have any mana to shift. This could be a kill. It is indeed. Pretty worth there. Support for a carry, but Sun Wukong very low here is definitely going to be needing a healing salve or something to heal up. Thankfully, did drop one, and Skill A brings it to him straight away. Pretty good here on the bottom lane.
Cuckoo doesn't want to just be tossing out that Ignite either. He needs to make sure that you're actually able to land some right clicks onto them after the fact, or you're getting both heroes hit by the Ignite, which he does. So that's a worthwhile use of it, just for harass, get them to burn a little bit more of that regen. Nicely done by Skill A to put the Morphling in that dangerous position.
Kill on the top lane too, Zarrain. They did go for an Impale there, and the Void getting very, very close to death there. Does not have himself level 2 for the Icarus dive, so that could have definitely been a kill.
Does now. I wonder if he's actually going to go for a dive here. I was considering it. Maybe even use the last Fiery Spirit wasn't all that impactful. Yeah, just with that full creep wave there, with the slow that would have been coming from the Icarus dive, I thought maybe they might be able to get that kill in on there. 2 points Rocket Barrage as well. Can't be giving up too many of those kill opportunities.
I do like the fact that eventually Sun Wukong will have himself counterspell. He may not need it because Cuckoo has absolutely 0 mana at the moment. So he's just deciding to utilize that base armor that he has with his tankiness and just punch the AM, as you can see.
He's such a bully, man. That was a offensive glyph, making sure that young PH wasn't even able to get a tiny bit of farm in that mid lane. He used it so that the toss that he was actually able to use onto the Monkey King didn't deal damage onto the creep wave. So he's just sitting back. What is the last hit difference? 13-4 isn't actually that bad for young PH. You know, Makoto has a little bit of a lead, but it's to be expected. Look at this bleeding.
Oh, wow.
Orb of Corrosion, couple of hits in, has no mana to be able to play around with, can't even afford to go and grab that water rune.
I even get boots.
Dived?
Oh,
Yeah.
gonna get dived. Yeah, Jokum with the impale.
No mana.
That's a kill. No, yeah. And there we go. Easy kill for Mikoto. The last pick, Monkey King. This is indeed dominance at its earliest form.
And, I mean, that's a lot of experience going under the tower as well. Basically, 2 full creep waves being lost. So this net worth difference is only going to continue to grow. 1,000 difference at this point, even some damage into the tier 1 tower.
I mean, with young PH being dominated like this in the mid lane, if this keeps up and continues, who is going to help take down the Monkey King on the side of Yangon Galacticos? They have an AM offlane. I don't really think that's sufficient to take down the Monkey King.
No, it's not. Yeah, Monkey King doesn't really care about the AM at that point, right? Even just able to dodge out the tree throw with the Mischief as well, so PH doesn't have a lot of freedom to be able to get last hits easily in this lane. It's way too early for him to be making moves down to this bottom side, I feel, but maybe with the Observer Ward scouting out this area, he might be able to get himself a freebie on Cuckoo.
Won't die.
Into the creep wave though, and he's getting slowed by the creep.
Oh, that is so unfortunate.
He's pinging it too. Oh no.
Oh, no, it's still hanging around though. Oh, Nyx is coming in though. Oh, they're going to dive the tier 1. They're thinking about it. Mana has been obtained now for Cuckoo. Oh, here comes Monkey King though. This is not a hero that you want to fight against. As Sun Wukong trying to flee, his Blink Dagger on... Not Blink Dagger, sorry. His Blink form on cooldown for 3 more seconds, but I think he's dead. Yeah. Mikoto able to obtain that kill there and find the AM there. Also, only Blink level 1, so that's a 12-second cooldown and able to punish that severely.
Young PH at least able to get something out of that. Move back, get a few range creeps for himself. They see him moving up towards this top side as well, though this feels like a little bit of desperation coming through from the Tiny. Just completely scouted out. WS is going to be able to back off completely. Like, what can you do as this poor Tiny? He's TPing to stop a bit of a dive here. He's going to be able to do it, but he's not getting any farm for himself. That's the issue.
Can he get Cuckoo? It's actually not going for it.
Kodo's wanting to snipe this Wisdom Rune. Like, that's what they're pinging out right now.
Dire are scanning.
Can he get it? Young PH just moved away. Oh no, Skill A's gonna get it.
Once again, another good start to the game for Talon. 2k net worth lead already. At least Zorain was able to get a little bit of this experience in the mid lane while Tiny was making those rotations, but I really don't want to see him moving anywhere unless it's like a full team fight that's mid-progress and he's able to clean up with an avalanche toss combo. Like, he still needs power trades, he still needs soul ring. Maybe then he can, you know, just go onto the lane, not be as much of a slave to just bottle charges at that point.
What a free kill there for
Radiant's middle tower
Natsumi, with thanks to Makoto rotating in. So not really feeling the pressure here against this anti-mage at the moment. Just these lovely rotations from the Monkey King, and now looking to try and get young PH maybe. Slowed down there, the Blood Grenade coming in as well. An attempt there with the Spike Carapace, the Impale misses, but Makoto diving underneath this tier 1 tower. WS is going to activate that Dark Ascension. They really want to go for this Tiny right now. Slowed down there by the Void, close to death. There we go, will be taken out by the Ignite from Cuckoo. Now going for Skill Lay here too. And this is a dominant game here from Talon at the moment. All of these dives beyond the tier 1 tower, and there's not really much that their supports can do about it.
No, definitely not. And this is the sort of area where you can either go one of two ways, right? KSH will just say, okay, they're not focusing me at all. I can be really greedy. I can go for these heavy damage items so that once they actually try and take, let's say, our towers, I can turn around, I can TP in, I can use the cooldown, they can, you know, get a lot of damage, unexpected damage going back the other way, or he really needs to be joining in a whole lot more frequently. They're diving in onto him now, though.
Oh no. KSH is dead by the hands of Mikoto again with his Jingu Mastery and Boundless Strike, wanting to try and find more now. Look at him go within these trees, going for Zorain. He's already used the Icarus Dive, the Primal Spring, getting more distance closed up to try and take down this Phoenix. One more physical attack remains, and look at him go underneath a tier 2 at 9 minutes. This Monkey King is a danger to this team, as now they may even find the anti-mage on the bottom lane, and they do, holding their ground, getting the kill. They want to go for more. Skill Lay trying to run around in the trees, getting body blocked there by Cuckoo, but in comes Young PH here with the Avalanche. They're still able to find the Lion there with the Vendetta, but Cuckoo most likely going to fall here from Young PH. Finally, he gets himself a kill on the Tiny.
It's a big kill. It's a necessary kill for him to be able to claim at that point, because he was just in the absolute bin all throughout that game. Might be able to get lucky as well with the 10-minute power rune. If it's on the bottom side, I'd say a haste rune is probably the one that he's going to be looking to prioritize for himself as much as possible, just to move around the map a little bit easier. It's an illusion. Not the worst, considering you can look to maybe dodge out a few spells, get rid of the ignite on yourself, but I would have liked perhaps something a little bit more active.
Thinking WS could go for a kill here on Zorain. He's got himself the Dark Ascension if he so pleases. I mean, doubled the levels of this Phoenix on the top.
Definitely a possibility.
They've just pinged Natsumi. They want to go for him. He's been very cautious here on this bottom lane, hiding in the trees actually. There's Young PH coming to join the fray here at the siege of the bottom tier 1 tower.
Maybe anticipating that there's going to be some TP rotations coming through, and he's right.
Oh, here we go. Vendetta, they're going to go for the Gyrocopter. He's in trouble. He's attempting to flee here right now. An avalanche there onto 2, but Gyro slowly falling. They have been able to find Jokum. They could get the Morphling here too. He's actually able to finish it. That lovely Fire Blast actually keeping the Morphling alive. It just needed one more physical attack there to take down the Morph, but the Fire Blast came out to play. And they only lose the Nyx, and they get 3 kills there, taking down the carry and the offlane, along with a support. Talon are feeling it right now.
Where the hell did Young PH go? Like, I'm like, okay, well, maybe the Tiny can clean up after this, but he just TP'd back to the mid lane, and it really feels like they're in all sorts right now. Everyone wants to do a different sort of thing. Young PH is being called across the map multiple times, but I'm sure the main words out of his mouth right now are, guys, I was against a Monkey King in lane. I got dived with multiple people into me, and I wasn't saved. I need my Blink Dagger. You can't force me to, you know, keep going for these fights. At least let's get into one of our early-ish items, and then we can see what happens.
Oh, look at Mikoto hanging around here again. Cuckoo.
WS as well. At mid lane. To try and get a pick off onto Zorain before that Supernova is available. Speaking of Mikoto and WS, sure eyes are on Young PH right now. You can see the Tiny just with that Night Stalker night vision. He knows that the Tiny can't see him just yet. Oh, he briefly showed underneath the tower.
Uh-oh. Okay, they're actually going to go for Young PH there. He actually throws back the Nyx Assassin. He has been impaled, though, as the Phoenix will be taken out, along with the Tiny there. Also, that is 2 down for the Nyx Assassin. He's sacrificing his life time and time again on Jokum, but it's all benefiting the side of Talon, as now they also find themselves a middle tier 1 tower.
It's not looking good, I'll say that much. Like, they're just being crushed from lane to lane to lane, and I feel like this anti-mage, while I understand the rationale behind it, kind of a grief, you know? Like, it doesn't provide what an off-laner should at this stage. And, I mean, props need to be given, of course, to the Monkey King pick to be able to finish things off, right? Absolutely dominating.
Oh, look at this. The crippling fear as well on the AM right now. The Impale is going to hit. I think he can still blink away, though. Yeah, going to TP. Oh, no, but not before. Oh!
And
that was close. Meanwhile, they still do find a kill on the other side of the map. Talon do. They take down the Phoenix once again. Zorain having not a great time hit. 13 minutes in, and he still doesn't have himself Supernova. Neither does Skill Lay on the Finger of Death.
No, so,
Oh
I mean,
my gosh. And the
it's
carry
another
dead
kill.
again.
Carry's dead again. Lion's about to be dead again, and if
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
WS, I'm just running towards that Wisdom Rune that's coming up in 10 seconds, because if you could stop Supernova, if you could stop the Finger of Death from being something that you're worried about, and that's exactly where they put themselves, and they are in a worry. I mean, Jokev's even in position to try and pick someone off that's trying to walk in here, but what do you do now? Like, where are you supposed to pick up this farm? It feels horrible to have to do it, but hopefully they're at least going to be able to get this D-ward off on Zorain.
Radiant's middle tower
It's
is
really
under
painful
attack.
for Yangon Galacticos right now. They have an AM that can't do anything at the moment. Their supports are heavily out-leveled compared to the
Young
other
PH
supports. I
about
mean,
to die.
oh my gosh, yeah. Dead again, and all that with that pick up there of Blink Dagger on the way for Jokum here too. So he's going to be able to become even more of a threat here with the Impale. It's just the scale of the supports here I'm speaking about too. Cuckoo level 9, Jokum level 9, compared to the supports on the side of Talon, on Yangon Galacticos, sorry. They're still level 5. Still not got their
level 5.
ultimates yet.
I mean, Cuckoo's going for a freaking Midas. That's how comfortable he is with this Ogre Magi, right? This is just a little bit of fun, it feels like, for him coming through. They're going to get another pick off onto
yeah.
this Phoenix. They can't go anywhere. They can't even leave the base. You're going to need to get really clever about this one. You know, take the... go in top lane, hug the right side, just get some of these neutral camps, and get your level 6.
Oh my gosh.
Even
Blink
just
Dagger
turning
on
it to
WS.
daytime for a little bit could be a big difference.
Could, yeah. I'm kind of scared for him when they're going to get Crippling Fear right on top of that. I mean, they take out Cuckoo.
They got one.
They got one. They went a little bit too far. I mean, they were very confident here, Talon, so I don't blame Cuckoo for just walking in like that, but here's the price.
Oh,
And, oh,
nearly got
tried
the
to-
chop down of the tree.
yeah, that would have been good if he did. Oh, here comes Jokum, though, with the Vendetta. Going to scout out. They do have themselves a sentry, though, so if Jokum walks under this, they do have vision of the Nyx. But they are going to head themselves out of here. Blink Dagger finally achieved now for Young PH2. And they are moving themselves to the mid lane here, so Young PH has to be careful.
He would love his level 10 just to be able to get that extra point into the avalanche, get that real burst combination through. Monkey Kid could still die through all of this. Like, it's going to be a lot harder, of course. He's finished the Mage Slayer, so he's going to be able to resist a lot of that, but he's the one that they need to be taking out with the Finger of Death plus Tiny Avatos combo. There can't be any other priority for him at this stage. I don't think they were underneath the Observer Ward for that smoke, so they've still got a little bit of the unknown.
Middle tower is under
Maybe just using KSH as bait here. But doesn't seem like they'll take it on Talon.
I mean, I guess KSH has had some time to try and recover at the moment, slowly catching up to the Night Stalker as all 3 cores are ahead. Talon.
Oh. They've just got this great Spidey sense coming through here. Like, they backed off instantly as soon as they went for a smoke. They didn't have vision of it, as well as...
Oh,
that's an
Zoraid's
interesting
dead.
place to be walking, Zoraid. I mean, they just need to back off entirely. Waste the Dark Ascension needs to be the priority, but you've got the Simeon Stride Monkey King.
Oh, they got the Lion! They got the Lion! That Hex and that Earth Spike's not going to save him. There we go, both supports down once again. 23 and 5, Danog.
Dire's
I'm
top
trying to be
tower
optimistic
is under
here.
attack.
All right, so Dark Ascension's going to wear off in 5 seconds. It's going to be daytime that they're able to play around with. Young PH won't even
Oh
be able
my
to
gosh.
TP up towards the top side of the map to be able to try and stop Natsumi from pushing this one in. But now is the time where they can make this play, right? Like, you just use Dark Ascension. It's daytime. You've still got all of your ultimates available. They need to just smoke and go, or use someone as bait and go, or
Yeah.
something.
Oh, Avalanche. Well, I mean, that does affect Cuckoo. Mikoto, though, going to come in with the Wukong's command. Ogre Magi found. They're actually able to escape the Wukong's command. Defensive
not enough,
Supernova
though.
there. They want to try and find more here. Jokum, though, ready. Oh, with that Spike Carapace, Tiny instantaneously dead. And the Stolen Toss and the Boundless Strike. Oh, my God. Yangon
All it-
Galacticos, they're all dead. KSH, he's definitely going to fall here. He's not going to survive. He won't even be able to get Jokum. And that is a team wipe, but just Cuckoo. Worth.
Not worth by any stretch. I mean, this Morphling pick, like I was saying before, it's something that I was stunned that they did not ban out. You know, not only against the tiny, against the gyrocopter, but against the tiny as well. We just saw what Natsumi was able to do in that team fight, and it all happened in a matter of 2 seconds, right? Great boundless strike, great Avatos combo, tossing them all in, waveforming through them all, doing a huge amount of damage, and Talon really showing why, in my opinion, I had them picked for one of the participants in the grand finals. I don't think they should be down here, and I think they're taking it quite personally. And that burst damage is just going to grow. He's got the Phylactery now as well on Natsumi. So all of that burst potential even stronger. Maybe trying to find Natsumi as he's going for this farm. He's done a cute little play here. Wants to see if he can force them to initiate onto his illusion. The real one's there farming though.
Oh, have they got the Earthspite? Yes, they have. This could be enough. The Finger of Death there too. There we go. They get the Morphling. However, it may look like they will lose their carry Gyrocopter. He's getting taken down so quickly here. And there we go. He will fall along with me, perhaps the Lion too. However, a Blink and Avalanche here from Young PH. They'll still find the kill here onto the Lion. There's now WS trying to flee. That toss there doing a lot of damage to WS. He was on 70 HP, but Sun Wukong, because of that blink, he's punished himself. He will fall. Will they dive this tier 2 tower as old Jokum with the aggressive blink pays the price there with the avalanche? But now Zorain, he's been silenced up there by WS, who's on 100 HP, and the Balance Strike takes the life of the Phoenix. Ultra kill for the Monkey King.
It is literally double net worth on the Monkey King versus the Tiny at this point of the game. I mean, at least he was able to be pardoned a bunch of those kills on Young PH, right? So he's got the power treads picked up now. That sounds like such a cope. He's got power treads now when it's 20 minutes in, but it's pretty significant, right? You're not going to be using a lot of your mana quite as easily as long as you're tread switching effectively. You can put a lot more damage in consistently just off of the right clicks. You're able to perhaps farm up the creep waves a bit more effectively. He's level 12 now as well, so more of that toss bonus damage.
I think this Mage Slayer was such a good idea here from Mikoto, just making sure that the biggest damage spells can't do anything. Oh, actually, speaking of that, he may be dead here. Oh no, the rest of his team are going to support him. A Balance Strike there onto free, along with a Pale there too. They're actually able to take down the line, along with the Gyrocopter there too. As AM, he's trying to fight into them. Oh, nice lovely combo. Avalanche to stop them from taking down the Supernova. As it does come off, they're actually able to take down WS there, but another Impale coming out, and Mikoto actually able to just heal up as if it was nothing. As now it's a team wipe. A lovely attempt there, but they realize that it's game. The Monkey King ever so farmed. Mikoto 14-0. They get themselves a 21-minute victory here, and look at that. Game 2 will go to Talon here, and they will